Yeah, was somebody saying something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's 7:04 and we are now going to start the special meeting of the Natural Resource and Environmental Commission on April 27th for the city of South Pasadena. Garrett, are you going to take it away, or who's presenting the tree hearing information?
So we're going to go through the whole steps, so the roll call and all of that.
Oh, okay. So we're starting from scratch. Okay.
Yes.
Apologies. So do I have to read all the public information?
No need for that.
Okay.
Just start with the roll call, please.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. We're going to do a quick roll call. Commissioner Rona Bortz is excused tonight for this meeting. Commissioner Michelle Hammond.
Here.
Commissioner Casey Law.
Here.
Commissioner William Kelly. You're here. He's here. He's just muted. Commissioner Michael Siegel is here, just muted. And Vice Chair Madeline DeGiorgi.
Here.
And Chair Amy Jones.
Here.
City Council Liaison Mayor Pro Tem Michael Cacchiotti.
Here.
And staff present, Acting Public Works Deputy Director Antanan Tesfaye.
Present.
Acting Public Works Deputy Director Garrett Crawford.
Here.
Water Conservation and Sustainability Analyst Art B. Kasparian.
And
Public Works Management Assistant Reina Salazar Martin. That would be myself. Thank you. So next we have the Pledge of Allegiance. Arpa, did you want to go ahead and still do Pledge of Allegiance?
yes, please.
Perfect.
Okay.
Chair Jones.
All right. I will lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance
to
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands,
One
one
nation,
nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Jones.
That was perfectly synced, everyone. Okay. Let's see. I am going to skip all the regular stuff that we have to start the meeting with, since we're going to be reviewing that later. I've already called the meeting to order. And now, Garrett, if you could take it away for the public hearing.
No problem. So this is a tree hearing for 23 Short Way. And the applicant is here, so I'll make this brief. They're proposed a development project consisting of the demolition of the existing structure with an attached garage and construct a new 2-story dwelling at approximately 2,900 square feet and a separate accessory dwelling, or an ADU, of 1,026 square feet over a subterranean garage on a lot that is 11,243 square feet in the area involving a 2-parcel merger. So the applicant has submitted a tree removal permit, design narrative, and site plans as attachment 1. The city arborist has inspected the trees and agrees with the tree's health condition. However, the arborist denied the proposed removals without the site plan, but with the site plan, the city arborist would approve the tree removals once the plans were approved. And what they're doing is they're planning to plant 6 36-inch box lavender trumpets, which does not meet the entire requirement set forth in the municipal code, but they will forfeit a portion of their tree deposit for the one remaining tree replacement, which the city will then plant within the city's right of way. And then they would be subject to the standard tree conditions that are listed in the report. So from there, I will hand it over to Mr. Wong for his couple of minutes of, I know he has a video he may want to play and talk about the project. So take it away, Mr. Wong.
Thank you, Garrett. I'm going to go ahead and skip the video, and I'm just going to talk about the project. This is the reason for the latest tree permit application is because we have changed the design quite a few times, mostly because the back of the property is a pretty steep slope. And for us to meet the hillside development ordinances, we had to shift the structures around multiple times so that we could accommodate the structures and yet leave the back of the property, the slopes, as pristine as possible. So because of that, because of constantly shifting these structures around, eventually it impacted 2 trees that are now by our driveway and 1 tree that's on the sidewalk again, where now our driveway is. And in fact, we're actually planting a whole bunch of other trees. And I'm not sure if they would qualify as replacement, but our landscape designer has gone kind of crazy. And there's actually a long list of new trees on the back slope. That's all I have. And if anybody have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them.
So we'll close that phase of the hearing. I'm understanding that there's no public comment, correct?
That's correct. There is no public comment for the special meeting.
Okay, great. So this time we'll have questions from the commissioners, and then which you can address to staff or Mr. Wong.
Go ahead, commissioners.
Hi, Mr. Wong. I have a question. So this additional unit, the accessory dwelling unit, there was only one location on your property to put it. Was there any other way to situate it to where you didn't have to pull out the 2 carrotwood trees, or?
Yeah, it's not the exact location of the ADU that's impacting these 2 trees. But first, to answer your question, this is the best spot without dealing with the slope to place the ADU. But because of the fact that the ADU is on that side of the property, we're required to have access to it. And therefore, we now have the driveway and a walkway on that side of the property where the carrot roots are. And there are actually 3 of them. And we're doing our best to try to preserve at least one of them. So we're proposing that we took out 2 of the 3, just so that we can get to the back of the property.
Which of the 3 I'm looking at now on the plan, which of the 3 were you going to preserve? Is it the one closest to the sidewalk?
Correct.
In the middle?
Correct. Okay. Because the other 2 are right next to the driveway and the walkway. But the one right up front by the sidewalk, that has a little bit more room for it. So we decided we can keep it.
So you need the driveway so I'm trying to understand, there's 2 driveways to this property then, or just 1? I don't. You're muted, Mr. Wong.
Sorry.
No problem.
Usual problem with Zoom calls.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we're looking at the same plan.
And then real quick, Mr. Wong, Raina, can you let Jennifer Williams in? She's with Interwest. She's part of the planner for this, and she can also help answer questions.
I'm only seeing, if you go to the bottom plan, there's just the concrete driveway on the I don't know what side of the house it is because I don't know where the north arrow is, but
That's the west side, where the
yeah,
carrot
okay.
woods are, that's the
Yeah.
west side.
I mean, that's, it appears there's only one driveway, correct?
Correct.
And
But-
the access way to the ADU is a requirement, therefore, that's why you're
Correct.
removing the, okay,
Correct.
okay.
And if you can see, there's kind of an angle with that walkway, and that's why we can leave the tree closest to the street alone and just take out the two that are just right next to the driveway and the walkway.
Does anyone have any additional comments or questions?
I had a question, if I may. What is the status of the project approval by planning?
Is Jennifer on?
Is it approved yet, or is it pending approval?
I'd be happy to answer that question if that's okay, Garrett. So the project will go to the Planning Commission at their meeting in May, which would be, I believe it's May 11th. And we will present the NREC's recommendation to the Planning Commission for the project. I can go ahead and add that Mr. Wong and his design team have made multiple edits to the design, to the siting of structures, the house, the garage, and the ADU, and shrank the buildings even in order to comply with the hillside development standards, to try to minimize grading and impacts on the natural state of the landscape there. They've gone through several project revisions to get to a place where staff can support the design of the houses, of the structures from a hillside development and design review perspective. So I just wanted to comment on that.
So the staff,
go ahead, Bill.
just follow up, the staff is supporting the current plan that we're looking at? Is that right?
That's correct.
Garrett, can the staff say that, or?
Yeah, so Jennifer's a part of planning. She's contracted, but she is staff.
Oh, I see, okay.
But yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
No problem.
That was, okay.
I
thank you.
apologize for not introducing myself.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
okay.
working under the direction of Kanika and Kith, the planning manager.
Oh, no problem. You were just introduced as being with a company. I thought you were involved with the project for the development, but that's fine. Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Madeline.
Oh, I was just
I
gonna
know.
say, personally, I feel a little uncomfortable okaying something that hasn't even been approved yet through planning or building or whatever it needs to be approved by, because what could possibly happen is, it gets denied, but we've already given approval and the trees get ripped out with none of these projects done. And that personally makes me a little uncomfortable with approving a plan before it's been set into motion.
So I
Madeline,
can ease your
Oh,
fears on that one.
Oh, I was
sorry.
done.
Can I make a historical comment first, please, on that? For years, we were not consulted with before planning approved things. And this was our request that we actually see these plans prior to them being approved by planning, because it's more costly to the homeowner, the developer. It's more costly to the city if you go down this planning path or it sets a precedent for, there's more pressure to actually get the trees removed. Does that make sense?
Okay.
If it's getting approved by planning and building before it comes to us. So this is actually a good thing that we're getting to see this before it's approved. I think there are some assurances in place that Garrett's going to talk about. But sorry for interrupting, Garrett, but I just wanted to say that before.
No, that's yeah, I was going to say that.
Sounds good.
But what's nice is because of the new process, your recommendation goes to planning. And then we, as Public Works, do not issue that tree removal permit until the building permit is issued.
Okay, thank you for the
Yeah,
clarification.
there's no issue. 'Cause, yeah, we noticed that was an issue in the past, and we have.
Yeah, no, thank you for clarifying that, Chair Jones and Garrett, thank you.
Well, I'm encouraged to see that you've retained all the native trees and done a good job of protecting the hillside. I know that with development, it's unavoidable to not remove any trees. I would like somebody on our commission to entertain a motion to approve if possible.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
And I'll second.
Sorry, can who second? There's 2 seconds.
I'll take it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, I believe Commissioner Lott was first.
Okay.
Then real quick, Raina,
Yeah.
just before you take roll, let the record show that based on the landscape plan submitted, we will correct the staff report. There are enough trees that are going in to meet the requirements. There's plenty. So we will not need to hold any part of his, Mr. Wong's deposit.
Thank you, Garrett. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick roll call for the motion that was just presented. Commissioner Bortz,
She's right here.
Absent.
okay, oh, that's
Uh,
used for
Absent.
today.
Oh, I guess you still have to do the roll call, sorry.
Commissioner Hammond,
Yes.
Commissioner Law,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Siegel,
Yes.
Vice Chair Georgie,
Abstain.
and Chair Jones.
Yes.
Okay, with the motion, with 5 yeses to 1 abstain vote, the motion passes. Thank you.
Excellent. So thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, Mr. Wong. They will take the recommendation to planning, and you'll have your next meeting then.
Now I get demoted from your meeting, right?
Yes, and then we'll close this meeting out, and we'll move to the regular meeting. So, but that's Chair Jones's spot there.
Thank you.
So, mhm.
Okay. Do we have to do a roll call to end the meeting, or can I just end this meeting and start the new one? This is so unfamiliar to me, the 2 meetings.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording this special meeting, and then
Okay.
I'm going to press record again for our official regular meeting, and then we will go ahead and proceed with doing what we regularly do.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and stop recording. This will be the end of the special meeting.
Okay. Let the record reflect that the meeting ended at 7:23.